Now this is one of the boxes that my 2 batteries for my HID torch come in. And you look at the box and you think, oh yeah, it's just a white box, so what? Well, this is how resourceful the Chinese are. Now look, it's been a box from another product, or product overruns, and they've basically, I can see the words USB 2 there, FSB 800 megahertz, 400 DDR, dual DDR something. And basically it's a box they've used for something else, and printed on the one side, then they've not needed the box, so what they've done is they've made another box out of it just by rolling it inside out, and it makes a nice white box. Now this isn't the first time I've seen the Chinese do this. At one point there, I think it was, can't really remember, 2010 or something. Yeah, something like that. I was in November, before the Christmas rush, as the stores were filling up with stuff. I was working at a warehouse that primarily done clothing, but in between some of the packets of stuff there, they'd have a box with 12 items in it, and they'd all be individually packaged, each item for the customer to buy one and take it home. So we had to unpack those boxes and get the right amount of orders. If you've ever done picking, you'll know what all that's about. But anyway, what would happen is they had packaging, and it was actually boxes that Chinese beer had been kept in between these other boxes, to give them a bit of cushioning, which was, another time that I've seen it. But another one is garden gloves. If you look inside some of these cheap gardening gloves you get from the dollar store, the $2 store, and that you'll notice that they're actually made out of old shirts. And sometimes the logos of these old shirts are still printed on the fabric inside the gloves, not the outside, but on the inside of the gloves, as a bit of extra cushioning. And that's another one that the Chinese, reuse things. So, here we are in the West getting everything all brand new and blah, blah, blah. We're wondering why the Chinese outrun us, and they reuse stuff all the time, And that's one of the things. It's just, they're very resourceful. It's money they don't need to spend, and labour's so cheap that it just makes it easier that way. Cardboard is not as cheap as you would expect either, because I know a little bit about that, as you could imagine. So yeah, that's just a little one I thought I'd put up there.